All right, so kind of feel like we've come full circle. Today, we are going back to work on the farm. My first video was me taking the truck out to the farm and going out to work. So we've come full circle, but now we've got a few new additions to our setup. I'm gonna show you right here. This is what I affectionately call Brent's non-white truck, because it is the first of two, actually. He ended up getting another non-white truck, but this is the first one. And then when you saw us, if you look back on the one video, you saw us take the bed off the other truck and put the bed on this truck. So we're in the process. We're rolling out. So we're gonna get started this morning and see about going out and cut some sod for today, because this is the first part of the season. We're moving on, boys and girls. Here we go. Last time when I did this, my sound wasn't working so well. So this time we're starting this trip out. We're gonna go get some fuel. I'm gonna narrate you through it again, just kind of for the fun of it, because I fixed this truck. We fixed the nozzle so that it actually will take gasoline without having to turn it sideways. And in typical fashion of just about anybody, including Brent, the truck's about empty. So we're gonna fill them both up. We're gonna go out to the farm. We're gonna see what kind of trouble we can get in, or actually be productive today. I mean, that could be good. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. This truck runs so much better than that white truck. It was a pretty good buy. That white truck was kind of on its last legs. Brandon, who you'd have seen in the couple of videos ago, which is Brent's son, is probably gonna take it and try and put it together and do something with it. But in the end, I like this truck. It's a little taller, but it's a nice truck. Nice little work truck. It's market improvement over the last one. And full circle it is. Here we are getting fuel. We'll go through this a little bit, figure it all out. Alrighty. I gotta tell you, the only thing that feels worse is look at the price of diesel. Well, I gotta get to the red dye fuel anyway. So I'm on the wrong pump. I gotta have red dye fuel, but holy crap, look at the price of fuel from the last time we did this. Man, oh man, oh man, it has gotten bad. So I gotta find me a red dye fuel, because I gotta put red dye fuel in here, which is what I did the last time when I started this process out. All right, got it started. Got the red dye going in at $4.87 a gallon. Man, expensive. Stuff has gone up in price so much. We'll put some regular gas in my newest fix. When we did the bed, we fixed that, so it'll be great. Just so you kind of understand the dire nature here.
Mamma mia!
Holy cow, that's just the red dye. Then I gotta put gas in. So we're gonna see how tricky this gets. And you guessed it, almost another $100. So we're all hurting. Gas prices are killing us, just so I let you know. That's, about a week. Luckily, we can probably get through most of that in about a week. I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression here. What's going on? I'm here helping Brent. He is my friend. And he's in need. Again, like I started out, that's kind of how I started out. That's why I say it's kind of funny, it's full circle. We thought they'd have a full crew when springtime came back around, and honestly, he's a man short. And so I'm here. I still have all my projects going on. They're in Kanab, so it's gonna be a little more difficult. But until he finds somebody, I'm here to help him, because that's what friends do for friends. And Brent, I'm gonna embarrass him. Honestly, one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Just a super sweet, giving kind of guy. And that's the truth. Even his son will tell you, he gives to everybody. He's just a super great guy. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here helping him out again. So just so you don't think we're done with my other projects. Hang on, we got things going on. Okay, back to work. Back to cutting sod. Look, the boss is running the forklift. Here he comes. He says it's cold out here. So we're back, just to kind of let you know, back here fixing the last of what we did last year, cutting it off. So, okay, let's go to work. Got to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I do like working out here is I get the opportunity to come here and have some mi ranchitos. It's pretty good Mexican food. They got a little place out here in the middle of nowhere. Well, not in the middle of nowhere anymore. Back in the day when I was working on this farm, they didn't have anything like this. They didn't even have the convenience store that they got here. So that's one of the reasons why I do kind of enjoy, at least my lunch can be a hot lunch and can be halfway decent deal. So here we are back at the fuel pump again. Yep, putting in some more red dye fuel. That was just yesterday. We'll see how many gallons we used, but he put in a lot. Went down to his other little leased place and put some fuel in down there. Just got to finish some tractor work. So as you can see, as kind of mentioning, you know, it gets a little expensive, but we'll just keep pumping fuel. We're going to keep the gas companies in business, I guess. End result, one day. That's a lot of fuel that had to be replaced anyway. It's not completely one day. That's where we're at. So in case you didn't see the short that I did explaining how this cuts, these look pretty straight cuts, but they're not exactly straight cuts. There's actually, on this particular machine, puts a little bit of a bevel on it. And you have to watch when you lay this sod, that it lays, there's a better picture of the bevel. That you pick up all the, you don't leave gaps and stuff. So I'm gonna show you if the other machine gets up and running, the Firefly, it cuts a little straighter because it chops right off the ground. But I thought I'd kind of explain that. If you didn't see the short that I did, it was kind of explaining what it was, because a lot of people don't understand and they'll end up with gaps. When they put their sod together, there'll be a gap that goes like right here. They don't realize that that's what it is. So I just thought, you know, as an education, we talk about that. And then also, as you can see, this is a pivot. So it's cut on the round. There's a little bit of, not an angle, but an arc to it. And as you put your sod in, you kind of have to make those adjustments to figure out where it all kind of fits together. That's Brent running the forklift this morning because I had a little bank issue I needed to deal with. But we're out here working, and weather's going bad again. Looks like it's gonna rain. We need the water. No one complains. So for all of you that have been in an airplane and looked down and seen what everybody calls crop circles, I'm gonna give you a quick explanation. This is what they call a pivot. It is a pivot irrigation system. And as you can see, that white cloudy stuff, well, that's water. So that's what it's doing, and it continues to creep around and follow that circular pattern because it goes all the way down to the bottom. Right there in the center is its pivot point where the water comes out from either the well or the pipe or whatever. Comes all the way down here to this end. The end configurations sometimes are different. Sometimes they got sprinkler heads, you know, like rainbird heads on them. Sometimes these sprinkler heads are taller for corn and stuff. They're a lot taller, but this is what they do for grass. Just thought I'd let you know. I take it for granted that I know what this is because I've been around it most of my life. But I just figured we better talk about the pivot. All right, for the last part of the education here on this is cut with the Firefly. And that is cut with a very square edge because the knife comes down on the ground and cuts it square. Well, actually it's trying to stay out of the wind here, but it's this edge here. So it's the end edge, but it cuts it square because it hits right down in the ground. So just so I can give you an education, in case you got sod, just check your edges. Make sure if they're flush cut or if they're got a little bit of an angle to them so you can put them together, make them nice. This is still cut with on the round, on the pivot, so it still is going to have a little bit of curvature to it. But there you go. So this is the part where we're changing knife blades. We're changing one from another setup that they were going to use and decided it didn't work. So they're cutting these rivets off and putting this knife blade on the knife on the holder that they're using now. It'll show you where they see they're going to beat these brass rivets down flat. Makes them smooth so they cuts really nice and smooth. I put the camera on the forks. I wanted to see what that would do. That is kind of cool, kind of fun to watch. We're out just picking up pallets. Pick up empty pallets, put them on the back of the tow boy, and pick up the full pallets and stack them for the trucks. yeah, you look at this and you kind of watch going back and forth and think, man, that's kind of tedious. Yeah, you know, it gets exciting at times when I got two machines running, or when they really get kicking and I get a little behind or something, and I really have to kind of get serious about it. But it's what we do, cut and sod. Thanks for watching. Make sure you come back. We're going to do some other building and stuff, you know. Just don't quit us yet. We're still got a lot of projects going on. Hopefully got some stuff coming up in Kanab. We're going to do the water line in Kanab and do a few things this weekend coming up. Got some work going on.